Okay, so in this video I am going to be installing this graphics card into that Dell computer there. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be installing the graphics card, testing to see if the thing actually boots up, and then maybe installing drivers. Basically how I'm going to install the drivers is I've got this Ethernet cable here, and I'm actually going to network it via my Sony VAIO laptop, which is going to be basically what I'm going to be using to install the drivers in. I'm actually going to download the drivers on the VAIO and then transfer the files over to the Dell via a network. But anyway, let's actually install the GPU. Okay then, so apologies for the shaky camera work, but what I've had to do is I've had to make a few modifications, because you see this PCI X16 slot, that is where the GPU is going to be installed, and of course you got the older style PCI slot which is used for legacy stuff. But the problem is that when I've had to remove the sort of PCI slot cover that was on the side of the GPU, which I've had to remove that, which is this piece here. I've had to remove that because the way that the GPU slots in, it actually slots in like that, which means that it's occupying this slot, but this slot is still free, you see, which it slots in this way. And that also means that I've had to remove the hard drive caddy as well. So, and I've also had to remove the fan, so then the computer doesn't complain about there no being a rear exhaust fan. Anyways, I'm going to plug in the HDMI cable into here, and then we can power the system on. Okay then, so the system has been plugged in, and now I'm going to switch it on. We get a post, but it's saying that we don't have a hard drive, and that's because I forgot to connect this up. You see, yeah, I'm gonna just connect this hard drive up, and then we can actually boot the system up properly. But at least we know that the GPU works. Now that the hard drive is now installed into the computer. By the way, that hard drive is actually out of my HP G56 laptop. This laptop right here. Yeah, that one. So now I'm going to switch it on. Just ignore that, it should boot up. There we go, we have a Windows loading screen. Now the next step I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to connect it to my VAIO's network, and in fact while that's booting up I will actually boot up my VAIO, which is this laptop here. Okay, it's going to want my password, so I'll just put that in. And now we can boot this laptop up. Obviously Steam is trying to load up, but it's not going to have much luck considering it's not connected to a network yet. Let me just find my Ethernet cable. That'd be handy. I'll just plug that into the laptop now. It's actually come up down there saying that it's connected to the thing, so I'll just log into my laptop. I'm not going to show my laptop logging on because Windows 8 seems to have a habit of showing my email address on the login screen. There we go. So then, what I'm going to do now is wait for everything to load up. So, I believe, let's see what, oh, of course, that's not how you get into Device Manager. So what I need to do now is I need to actually use the search function. Okay then, so let's see. Display adapters, that's what I want. And it's just come up as standard VGA graphics adapter, which is not what we want. We actually want the NVIDIA drivers, because that graphics card is actually an NVIDIA GeForce card. So, well, it's actually an NVIDIA GeForce card, but it's branded as MSI. So I'm going to need to actually install some of the drivers, which I handily have on here. Let's see, GeForce Game Ready driver, does that support my card? Let's have a look. GeForce 706 GT 630, that is the one we want. So now we're going to download. Can't be downloaded securely. I'll keep it anyway. Now we want to save that as. The thing is though, this is for Windows 10. I'm not sure if it'll work with Windows 7. Network. I believe that's what we want. Wait. What was this computer called again? Zekrom, that's not appearing on here. Windows 10 64-bit, but the thing is though, it's not appearing on there. I tell you what, I'll save it locally on here for now. Okay, this PC. What if I can, yeah, I'll save it on here for now, so I'll save it to the desktop actually. Okay, finally, it's been installed. Where did it install though, that's the question. Okay, it says it's on the desktop, which it is, it's right there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the network and actually see if it's detecting my laptop on the network. Wait, let's see. Well, of course it's detected my main PC, and there's also, and it's detected itself obviously, but it's not detecting anything on the Ethernet. let's see, network and sharing center. How do I get it to detect things that are on the Ethernet network? Hold on. This isn't a Unix 32 video without technical issues now, is it? There's one thing we can try, and that is turning off my Wi-Fi, so then hopefully we just have the Ethernet. I could actually turn that on. That would help. That would help tremendously. There we go. I need a username and password. Let's see. I've just disabled password protected sharing, so it should hopefully work. There we go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the public files. So I'm going to go into its own and public, obviously. Let's see. Public. I'll just drag that in there. That was pretty fast. And there it is. So we don't need this anymore, as I just literally knock the mouse away because of the mess of cables I've got going on here. Right, let's see. Oh damn, I actually need the bloody thing to... don't I? I need my VAIO on in order... Of course I should have known that, shouldn't I? Can I refresh? There we go. Now we can run the program. What I was meaning to do is just to move the laptop out of the way, not close the bloody lid. To be honest, what I should have done was I should have dragged the executable actually onto the desktop rather than actually running it via the network. So I'm now relying on my VAIO to actually install the drivers on this thing, which I suppose could work. Of course, I need to run it. It's actually been a bit slow because, well, mechanical hard drives. Both these computers are actually using mechanical hard drives. The only computer I've got which has an SSD in it is my main PC, obviously, and my little shitty Lenovo laptop, which I use for college. Okay. Display drivers? Yes. Okay. Now it's installing the drivers. I'll probably have to restart the computer in order for the drivers to take effect. That's if they work, because they're designed for an operating system that's too advanced for Windows 7. That didn't really make sense, but oh well. Yay, we've got something. Checking system compatibility. Okay, Core 2 Duo, 3 gigs of RAM, a GT630, and a slow hard drive. I mean, hey, this computer would have probably been quite high-end in 2008. I mean, I've kind of upgraded it, haven't I? Because this thing probably originally would have come with like 2 gigs of RAM, 500 gig hard drive, and no graphics card. I'll just pop this here for now. But hey, at least we know that the graphics card actually works in this system. Considering that that GPU wasn't... Oh. Oh my god, you're kidding me, right? Can't be compatible with this version. Of course, I knew it. I knew it. It's not compatible with this version of Windows. That's put a bit of a spanner in the works, hasn't it? I actually don't think there's actually any... It didn't even give me the option to select an operating system. Like, I don't even think they support Windows 7 anymore. Return to driver details, let's see. Windows 10, let's see. For Windows 7, 64-bit. Your IP, of course, because I accidentally disabled my Wi-Fi, didn't I? I need to enable my Wi-Fi. My Wi-Fi is off. Okay, just going to connect to my network. Can I refresh? Thank you. Windows 7 64-bit. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay, let's see. Let's check to see if Windows 7 GeForce Game Drive. It should work with my card. It should do. So that means we're going to have to go through the rigmarole of, like... To be honest, I'm going to edit the download out because, like... You don't want to see it again. Surely not. I wonder if I can save it directly into my... Hey! Oh, what the hell? Oh, Zekrom. I can save it there. I can actually save it directly to the OptiPlex. Oh boy. It's not letting me go in there. Wait, is it because password protected sharing's on? Oh, forget it. Oh wait, now it's working. I'll just save it in the public folder again. We'll do public downloads. Save it in there. Well, that's interesting. It's downloading a bit faster this time. May as well close this off. Yeah, let's see, is it in public downloads? It's saying the folder's empty, but it should appear once it's finished downloading. It should have appeared. Oh wait, of course no, because it's in this computer's shared folders. So that means I have to go back I need to go to this computer's public folders, and it should be here. Wait. Let's see. Open showing folder. Windows 8, Windows 7. It should be. Let's see. Users, Zekron, public downloads. Oh wait, no, I'm in public documents. What the hell am I doing? There it is. Man, drivers are just drivers can be a pain in the ass sometimes. I mean, like, I've dealt with drivers, they are a pain in the ass. But once they're working, they're fine. Man, am I even going to have time to make a video about the performance of this graphics card? Because most of it has been like me trying to install drivers. NVIDIA graphics driver. Let's see. Checking system compatibility. Please tell me this is going to work. Yay, agree and continue. Express recommended. I'll do the Express setup. Preparing to install. It's probably going to need to. I'll only slightly, just so that it, just in case it actually needs to access anything from my VAIO. It shouldn't do, but just in case. What was that? Oh, Windows Defender. Oh my god, this is going to take a long time. I'm actually going to pause the video on my phone to save storage, I think. Okay, so now the installation is complete. It didn't take as long as I thought it would, so let's restart now. We can force restart. And what I'm expecting to see is Windows Aero theme enabled, so the Windows Aero theme, and I'm also expecting it to identify as a NVIDIA GeForce GT 630. Hey, we've got sound! Oh, that's looking a lot better. We actually have sound. I can already see a massive difference. By the way, if this graphics card is actually good enough for my standards, I may actually put it in my main PC. Yay, we have Windows Aero. That's what we'd like to see. So yeah, looking pretty nice now. It's frozen. Well, only because it's a mechanical hard drive, and we all know that mechanical hard drives are slow. as hell. I'll just close the program. That'll be good. Okay, so we have a new application on the desktop called GeForce Experience. Let's actually check that out. See what it's like, what it does. That's more to the point, we want to know what it does. That's if it actually loads up. Oh wow, that looks very gamer-esque, doesn't it? Log in with Nvidia. Or log in with Google. I don't know. But anyway, we'll leave that out, I suppose. Let's actually check out the let's actually run our, let me just get my bearings here, DXDiag. DXDiag is actually one of my favourite things for checking system specifications. So then, Windows 7 Ultimate, so it's Dell OptiPlex, like coming up with the processor like Core 2 Duo and stuff like that, the RAM, and then also we finally have it detected as NVIDIA GeForce GT630. This is actually a 4GB card. That is actually pretty good for a card that spec. I'm actually curious though, what can I do? Let's see, games. Ooh, what do we have? But hey, at least we actually have sound. It's actually detected my telly. NVIDIA high definition audio, that's pretty cool actually. Man, I kind of miss Windows 7. Windows 7 was actually pretty nice. Let's see, what games can we do? We can go chess, I suppose. Let's actually have a look at that. That's quite good actually. But yeah, you get the idea, that works. Let's try a different game. This is actually a Steam game, so I don't know if it'll launch. So I think it requires Steam to actually load up the thing. No, I don't think it will work. Because, I mean, I don't think we can actually fix the network issue either. because for some reason it thinks it's a public network, even though it's quite literally a private network. I mean, the thing went away, so... The problem is with Steam games, a lot of them actually require the Steam client to actually load up, so then it can like verify the game. Now you see, Microsoft Allegiance is actually free on Steam, but the problem is it still requires the Steam client to get it to launch, which is a tad bit annoying, but hey, at least we know that this GPU actually works. I had to close the game down, unfortunately, because the hard drive in this computer is just too slow for it to actually load. So I may as well end the video here, because, you know, my phone storage is going to fill up, and the video is almost an hour long on my phone. So, yeah, the graphics card works, managed to install the drivers, and everything appears to be working fine. No problems at all. Got the nice Windows Aero transparency effect, and I can imagine that if you do run a few games on this thing, it would work okay. So, will I put it in my main PC? Probably not, because it is a little bit underpowered. But maybe. I mean, nah, it's just not good enough for me. I mean, if I were to put a GPU in my main PC, I'd probably choose something like a GTX 1050 or something like that, which is a better card than that, but also doesn't require the PCI power. So anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.